All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to our presentation today. We've got people tuning in from all over the world. I see Willie Davis out there in the Philippines, got a couple of our friends in the UK, and then multiple people here in the United States also. We'll also have a few more join us, and we're recording this, so if they missed a little bit in the beginning, they can go back and watch the recording. I want to start out talking about what your dream look like. Basically, people have quit dreaming in a lot of places around the world because they just don't think it's possible to achieve their dream. But I want to ask you, if someone were to come and offer you your dream, do you even know what it is? Have you written it down? Let me mute a couple of these lines here. There we go. So do you know what your dream is? I challenge you to think about what your dream life would be like. What would your dream day be like? Who would you be with? Where would you be? And what would you be doing? Most of us, it's not a typical weekday, going to where we go to work, doing what we do with who we do it with. That might not be our dream day. So I want you to think about it for just a minute. What would be your dream life and what would be your dream day? And then I'm going to encourage you to do something that most people will never do and most people will never have their dream life. It's write it down. Write it down. Write down what your dream life would be like. The next thing I want to talk to you about is I believe Isagenix can make that dream life come true. And it starts with timing and trends. I'm going to read off a couple statistics to you here. I'll do it quickly because I don't like to be read to, but I think this is very, very important. I don't want to misquote this. This is very important. The marketing trends, we're in front of growing demand in many of our markets. Number one is the weight loss market. At the time of the printing of the flyer that I'm looking at right here, for those of you that can see both the screens, I'm looking at this flyer. At the time of the printing, it was $672 billion industry. That's the weight loss industry. It's huge. And that is Isagenix core products. Here in the United States, I know we have people from all over the world watching this recording and even live, but here in the United States, we have a problem with overweight and obesity. 69% of people in North America are considered overweight or obese. I was in that category before I found Isagenix. I personally have lost 22 pounds and got myself into the higher end of the regular scale. There's also a $285 billion industry for healthy aging. That's a huge industry, and we're part of that also. There's a $75 billion market for gym-based fitness industry. That'd be for our performance products, our energy products. And then 76% of people reported the majority of the stress in their life comes from two areas. Number one is lack of money, and number two is where they work. Well, our slogan, and it's trademarked at Isagenix, is solutions to transform lives. We have our weight loss solution, which I'll get to in just a minute. I'm going to kind of fast forward here and talk about the founders, and then we'll come back to the products. But our founders have a vision to impact the world for health and to free people from physical and financial pain while in the process. Their goal is to create the largest health and wellness company in the world. And they're on track to do that. We're a little over 14 years old. We've already done $4 billion in sales. 10 years in a row, we've been listed in 500 magazines list of the top companies, 5 years in a row. We're ranked 13th largest direct selling company in the United States and 22nd globally. And we've just now started our international expansion. Over a decade of financial stability and 8 million global charitable contributions. So not only does the company help people make a lot of money, but the company also is very charitable with their own finances. So let's talk a little bit about these co-founders. Here in the picture, you see Jim and Kathy Coover, left and center, and then their son, Eric, on the right. These are the co-founders, and they're the ones who brought the network marketing experience and the business acumen to the product to make this possible for all of us. They've got an incredible compensation plan, and they really have a customer-first attitude. In fact, their philosophy is if it's not good for the customer, it's not good for the company. So we're with a company that really has high integrity, and it's a company you could trust, and one that Michael Weeder and I feel will be around for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. This is a legacy company. It's also already established in 12 countries. Now, when I say established, I don't mean a household name. It's really becoming a household name here in the United States, Canada, Australia, but every other market they're in, it is wide, wide open. And even here in the United States, I find that about 8 out of 10 people I talk to have never heard of it. So it's still wide open even here, even though they've been 14 years of success. But you can see the 12 countries here. At the end of my presentation, we'll talk about the expansion into the UK, then Germany, then the Netherlands, then Korea. So we're continuing to add to this list of countries. Hopefully, we'll be adding the Philippines soon, as some of our top leaders are in the Philippines. And we also have top leaders in Africa, too. So eventually, we hope to get there also. The founder of the company, who co-founded this with Jim and Kathy Cooper, is a man by the name of John Anderson. He's been a formulator of nutrition and health products for decades, and he is the master formulator for this company. He really has a no-compromise approach to the product. He will not allow fillers and things that aren't good to be added to make the bottom line better for the company. It is a no-compromise company with no-compromise products, which really puts Isagenix in a category all of its own. Now, I mentioned earlier, there are different markets out there. We talked about the weight loss market, how big it is. $672 billion industry. Well, our core product is focused on the weight loss end of the thing, and it's weight loss is a major part of the company. That's most of the people I've attracted early on have been because of the weight loss. Most people I know here in the United States can afford to lose at least 10 to 15 pounds. Myself, I was included. When I was first introduced to the Isagenix products as a customer, I lost 22 pounds in my first 60 days. I've got Willie Davis on the line. Willie, I know your wife and daughter and Juana, a few people that you've exposed probably to early on, have had great results. You want to share some of those with us real quick, buddy?
Sure, absolutely, Chuck. My wife and daughter, they went on to the product. I think they're like in their 7th day now. But my wife, in 4 days, she dropped 10 pounds. But my daughter, she dropped 6 pounds, but she dropped 14 inches. And so just the joy that the product brought to them, to see that my daughter uniform start fitting again. And then Juana, she started the product. The last time I talked with her, she dropped 9 pounds in like 4 days. And she had an incredible number of inches. She told me it was like 45 inches. So I was like, wow, I just got to see this. So very exciting to get with her and see what's going on. So that's what's going on here. And then just trying to manage the global expansion. We're going to Hong Kong. We have a associate in Malaysia right now, one in the UK. And so I think Canada is the next place.
Good for you, Willie. And while I've got you on the line, you don't need to do this for yourself. You're financially secure. You've been able to really set your family up. Why is someone like you excited about sharing this with other people and helping other people maybe achieve what you've achieved? I don't mean to give you your answer there. Sorry about that. But why you? Why Isagenix?
Well, more than just Isagenix is leaving a legacy. And I wanted to leave a legacy to my family and other families. And this is a legacy company, a legacy product. And I was thinking about that, just changing families' lives one person at a time. And that's what excites me about it, Chuck.
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that. So we've got the weight loss, and it's the core. It's really what Isagenix is known for, but it's so much more than that. We've also got the energy products, including a phenomenal coffee. It's a healthy coffee, helps reduce the acid that's in most coffees. I think you'll find it very tasty, but also very healthy. We've also got the performance products. This is for your athletes. I haven't been to the corporate office yet. I look forward to going soon. But apparently they have a whole wall of famous athletes that use the Isagenix products. Now, these are not paid spokespeople. These are people that use the product because the products work, and they promote Isagenix because they're satisfied customers. Big difference between that and a spokesperson. That's pretty amazing, actually. So the performance products are some of the companies very, very proud of. And then the big industry really here in the United States is healthy aging. People who are getting into their 50s and 60s and 70s are looking to continue to be active and continue to feel good. And Isagenix has a healthy aging product line to help them achieve that. And then last but not least is our wealth creation. On the flyer, the brochure that I just got, and for those of you that can see the screen, you'll actually see here Herb and Patty Cepeda are on the company's flyer. So Herb and Patty Cepeda are our upline. We're going to talk about them just a few minutes. Here are some of the other stories in addition to what Willie Davis was just sharing with you. I was just with Sandy Lawson at a meeting this morning, and her husband has already lost 15 pounds. She has donated over 7 pounds already, but she's lost, I think she told me 16 plus inches already. She is very, very excited about what's happening. Other people are starting to notice. My brother Jim donated 15 pounds in his first 12 days. I was just talking to him last night, in fact. He's up to 22 pounds donated in his first full month in using the product. Ellis Franklin, Kim Johnson, a couple of people up in Virginia doing really well. Ted Moore, a buddy of mine, I was with him last night. Him and his wife both have lost on average of about 10 pounds each. Joe Danko, 10 days. Look at those results, 10 pounds in 10 days. Amazing. David Ratcliffe, one of my favorite stories, down to 300 and no, he says 300. It's 216 pounds, which was about a 15, 16 pound donation in his first couple of weeks. Now, don't get discouraged if you don't lose that much so fast, because Farmer John was sharing with us that Farmer John didn't lose any weight the first week. He didn't donate any weight the first week, and he did a little research of why that might have been. But then the second week, he was able to donate 5 pounds. Pretty good, huh? But then the third week, he donated another 10 pounds for a total of 15, and he basically puts in his emails and everything now, Isagenix for life. I mean, he is just absolutely sold on the integrity of the product, the quality of the product, and the results he's getting. Pam Benjamin, you're on the line. You want to update us on your story, Pam?
Sure. I was down 8.5 pounds within the first 13 days, but I was also down 12 inches, and I'm well on my way to my high school weight. So less fluffy and more lean.
That's excellent. I love that, less fluffy. Yeah, and that's something I achieved also. I got down to my high school football weight and have been able to maintain that with these Isagenix products. Bud is another gentleman who donated 10 pounds in his first 2 days. Now, that's unusual. Several people have had that kind of success, but it's not the norm. So if you don't donate 10 pounds your first 2 days, don't get discouraged. The average is about 9-10 pounds in your first 30 days with a 30-day system. But if you will maintain the Isagenix system, you will eventually get to your desired weight. And then with these products, you can maintain that weight. I think I saw Rod Doctor join us. Rod, why don't you close us out on this testimonial part? Share with us the success you and your wife, Claudia, have had, please.
Absolutely, Chuck. Sorry about that. A little late. I was talking to somebody about the business, so got a long-winded call. Incredible program. We got started on the 1st of March. In the first 3 days, I did drop 10 pounds. My wife dropped 7 pounds. And she's the kind of person that doesn't, nothing works and hasn't worked for a long time. So that in itself sold me on the program. The first week, I was down 6.25 inches. She was down 18. Second week, I'm down a total of 7, and she's down a total of 21.75 inches.
She happy about that?
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. This morning, she's down 10.5 pounds, and I'm down 13 pounds, and it's not been a full month yet. So incredible.
That's outstanding, Rod. Very happy for you and Claudia both. And I mentioned earlier, Herb and Patty Cepeda, they are upline success coaches. And I think it's really important to know who's leading us. This couple here, they're the #1 income earners in all of Isagenix worldwide. I was on a call the other day with Herb, and he mentioned to the person we were talking to that his monthly residual income with Isagenix exceeds $250,000. So they've had a lot of success. Now, there are no guarantees. This is a business. It's based on your efforts and your ability to use the product and share the product and build a team. They are the best in the world, in my opinion, at doing that. And they are mentoring us on how we also can achieve financial freedom. Some of the things I've learned over my 20-year career in building large organizations, I've built teams of over 80,000 people. I've been top income earner with 4 different companies, but I've never been at the level of success that Herb and Patty Cepeda have been. So I have submitted myself to their leadership, and I'm learning things. I'm learning how to structure my team to create more momentum. I'm learning how to help new people to help them create more momentum. And I'm trying to share those ideas with our team, but we're getting them from Herb and Patty Cepeda. I will be spending next weekend 4 days with them at a conference in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you know anybody, really in the entire United States, but especially in Charlotte, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, anywhere over on the East Coast, I highly recommend you get them to this event. Thursday night is an open meeting, open to all. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is a conference where they'll be teaching, and the people who are making it happen will be teaching what they're doing. When I get back from that, I immediately leave for England, where I'll be working with our leaders over there in the pre-launch. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But then as soon as I get back from England, we'll immediately start teaching all the things we learned at that conference so you can apply those things to your business. This is a business of simplicity and duplication. And that's what we're going to do, is keep it simple and allow you to duplicate that. And we got this couple helping us do it. They have created this website, besetfreelife.com. Once you become an associate of Isagenix, I want you to go to this website, besetfreelife.com, and register as a member. And that'll get you access to all their scripts, their videos, their training, everything they have, they give it to you with this system. Very, very powerful. Now, I use this site with my prospects also. When I'm talking to somebody about this is the first video I send them to, besetfreelife.com. There's a 7-minute video that shows on the first page. It's awesome. That's what I've used to build my business all the way to the top of the pay plan already. So it's very, very exciting. I mentioned this earlier. This is Express University. If you know anybody in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and I'm talking like a 2.5 hour drive radius, get them to the meeting Thursday night in Charlotte at this hotel. Have them look me up. I will enroll them for you. There is zero doubt in my mind. If somebody goes to that meeting Thursday night, they're joining your business. And all they got to know is your ID number, and then come to me and I will enroll them for you. So that's available for you next week. Now, I want to end up our call with the UK. Isagenix is already in 12 countries. They are currently in a pre-launch in England. So anybody in England can register for free with Isagenix. You simply go to joinisagenixuk.com, and on that site, you can pre-enroll. Now, you need to be an associate to pre-enroll others. Once you're an associate, pre-enrolled or in the other 12 countries, doesn't matter, you'll have an ID number. You'll need that ID number and your password to pre-enroll others. But you can enroll an unlimited number of other people. I've been using this analogy, and I really like it because it's helped me focus on what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for elephants, I'm looking for rabbits. If you had 2 elephants in a room, and after 13 years, all conditions favorable, no predators, all the food, all the room they need, how many elephants would you have? The answer is 3. Mommy, daddy, and baby elephant. Takes them a long time, and they only have 1 elephant at a time. Now, if you had 2 bunnies in a room, and those 2 bunnies were fertile, male, female, all the things were same conditions, no predators, all the food they need, all the room they need to grow, how many bunnies would you have in 3 years? And the answer is a phenomenal 4 billion. No, I'm sorry. That was an exaggeration. 4 million bunnies. Even that's hard to believe, but that is the math. And here's why it works that way. Each time those bunnies have a litter of bunnies, it's a bunch of bunnies. It's not one at a time. And they do that often. They reproduce often, not once every 18 months like the elephant. And so you want to focus your business in a similar way. You want to go out and find people that get it, who will go out and reproduce a lot themselves, but then they understand the value of compounding to where they teach other new people how to also pre-enroll others. And every once in a while, show them the growth in the organization so they understand that they can build a business. And when we do launch the end of April, early May, they can literally have a business where, boom, overnight, people pay the small fee to become an associate. Here in the United States, it's $29 the first year and $19 or $20 the second. So it's very inexpensive to be an associate. And then they simply order products at wholesale. Whether they want the weight loss, the energy, the performance, the healthy aging, whatever products they want, they pick and choose what they want as an associate. They're on your team. There will literally be people making a 6-figure income this year, 2017, in the UK because they took advantage of the pre-launch. Now, I can say that because I understand the way this compensation plan works, and after this presentation, we're going to do a little training on that to make sure you understand. It's a powerful compensation plan, and if you will take the time to find somebody in the UK, Willie Davis says it best, This is one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Once we launch in the UK at the end of April, beginning of May 2017, it's over. It's done. You'll never have a pre-launch again. And so now is your opportunity to find somebody in the UK. If you're already there, God bless you. You got a huge advantage. Start talking to everybody you know, every free moment you have. Create a sense of urgency like you've never had before in your life. Sleep less, eat less, work less, take some vacation time, holiday, whatever you got to do. Get in front of as many people as you can. Help them catch the vision. We got a 90-second little video where Herb and Patty Cepeda will help you share that vision with people. Take full advantage of that. Here's the product line, the initial product line that's going to be available in the UK. And it's got our core products, a little bit of the core products right here. So this will be the initial products that will be available. It'll be very, very easy to build your business with these core products. These are the fundamental core products that we use. And last, I mentioned Herb and Patty Cepeda's income earlier. Their income is not relevant to your income. I mean, it's just it's a measuring stick on how successful they've been at helping other people be successful and find financial freedom. Earning levels for Isagenix independent associates that appear in this presentation are examples and should not be construed as typical, and theirs definitely is not. Definitely not average. Average income levels are dependent upon the individual associate's business skills, personal ambition, time commitment, activity, and demographic factors. For average earnings, see the Isagenix Independent Associate Earnings Statement found at isagenixearnings.com. I didn't even mention my presentation, but Isagenix has over 200 people in the Isagenix family that have earned over $1 million already, and it's only a 14-year-old company. That's amazing. And there's over 20 people earning $1 million a year with Isagenix. And what reminded me is the disclaimer that Isagenix Millionaires are defined as Isagenix Associates who have cumulatively earned $1 million or more with Isagenix. In addition to the 200 plus Isagenix Millionaires, there are 20 plus people that earn over $1 million a year also. That's amazing to me. Go compare that with the other big companies out there. Isagenix is leading the way with helping people make money. Down at the bottom, you get that weight loss disclaimer. Weight loss should not be considered typical. In a study performed in 2012 by the University of Illinois at Chicago, researchers studies lost an average of 9 pounds, with an average of 2 pounds of loss from visceral fat after 30 days of an Isagenix system. The subjects also had a greater level of adherence and had more consistent weight loss from week to week compared to subjects on a traditional diet. So what they're saying there is the average is about 9 pounds. So when you hear my brother lost 22 pounds in his first 30 days, don't get discouraged if you only lose 7, 8, or 9. That's still awesome. You heard Pam say she's been having trouble losing weight for years now. She just assumed she's going to stay fluffy the rest of her life. But with this, she's been able to lose, like, I thought, what'd she say, 7, 8 pounds? And then you got my friend Sandy Lawson, same way. She said for years she's tried different programs to shed, donate, release some weight. Nothing worked. They would do a diet program. She would lose 1 pound. Her husband would lose 15 doing the same thing. Used to frustrate her. Now she lost 7 or 8 pounds and lost like 16 inches in dress size, or not dress size, in measurements. It's amazing. All right, so that concludes our regular presentation. I do want to do a little training for those of you that want to stick around. I want to get into some of the details of the compensation plan. I was doing some training this morning with Sandy Lawson, and as I was sharing some of these principles with her, it really helped her to see the big picture, and so I want to do that for you too. Okay, so that concludes our presentation. Let me turn off the recording.